In this video, you will learn my top 3 scalping strategies for trading Forex, crypto and stocks that will make you a living. These strategies have the highest win rate, they're super easy to understand, and most importantly, they do make a lot of money. So without wasting any time, let's get to the strategy number 1. This strategy is perfect for trading stocks. You can use it on a 5-minute, 15-minute or even a 1-hour chart. So let's go ahead and build the setup step by step. First, we need to click on the Indicators tab and install the first indicator, which is called the Volume Weighted Average Price. For the second indicator, let's search for Volume Profile by Angel Algo. It's going to be this indicator right here. Make sure you add it to your collection. The next step will be to access its settings. And in the input section, let's change the window from 500 to 300. And for the last indicator, we will need to add CM Trend Bars by Chris Moody. Let's also adjust its settings. We will change the EMA uptrend from 34 to 200. Also, let's disable this option right here. Okay, the setup is ready. Now let's understand the exact rules for entering a trade. So here are the rules for entering a long trade. First, the bars must be green color. This is a confirmation that the market is in an uptrend. Second, the price action must cross and close above the upper VWAP band. Third, the point of control of the volume profile indicator, which is this dotted blue line, must be inside the VWAP band at the time the breakout happens. A buy position will be opened at the close of the trigger candlestick. The stop loss will be set at the recent swing low. And for this strategy, you're going to be targeting 1.5 times the risk. Here's another example for a long trade. First of all, we're seeing that the bars are green color. This is a signal that the bulls become in control. We also had a new breakout where the candlestick crossed and closed above the upper VWAP band, and the volume profile line is inside the VWAP cloud. This is also an indication that the highest level of volume is right around this area. So we will follow the rules and open a buy position. Okay, now let's learn the short positions. So, first condition is to have the CM trend bars red color. This is an ultimate confirmation of a downtrend. Second, the candlestick must cross and close below the lower VWAP band. And lastly, the volume profile blue line must be inside the VWAP cloud. The stop loss will be placed at the recent swing high. The take profit target will stay the same as for long positions. Okay, let's see one more sell example. Here we see the candlestick just crossed and closed inside the VWAP cloud, and then the price action crossed the lower band again. So this is considered as a new sell signal. The volume profile is still being inside the cloud, which confirms the entry. The strategy was tested 100 times and it has a win rate of 78%. If you want to learn more about the strategy, check out the full video. I'm gonna leave a link to it in the description. Okay, now let's move on to my number 1 scalping strategy for Forex. You can use this strategy on any Forex pair that has a high level of daily volume. The time frame can be set at 1 minute, 5 minutes or 15 minutes. For this setup, we will need to install 3 indicators to the chart. For the first indicator, let's search for exponential moving average and add 2 of them to the chart. Now let's double click on one of them and change its length from 9 to 50. The second EMA will be set to 150. For the second indicator, let's add a regular stochastic. In the input section, you will need to change all the parameters to 5. And for our last indicator, let's search for sessions on a chart. In the input section, let's disable the Tokyo session. Okay, the strategy is complete, now let's get into the trading rules. So the rules for entering a long position are as follows. First, the 50 EMA must be above the 150 EMA. Second, the price action must pull back into the 150 EMA. It can either touch it, cross it, or get really close to it. Third, the stochastic must get oversold during the pullback, and it also needs to give us a bullish cross where the blue line crosses above the orange line. Fourth, when the price action is making a pullback, it must not break below the recent swing low. If the price action is making a lower low, the signal automatically becomes invalid. And finally, once we have these conditions met, we're going to be waiting for the candlestick to cross and close above the 50 EMA. The stop loss will be set slightly below the recent swing low. And for this strategy, we're going to be targeting 1.5 times the risk. By the way, you're going to be taking trades only during London and New York sessions. Here we see another example for a long signal. We see the price action just pulled back into the 150 EMA. It did not break below the recent swing low. The stochastic got oversold and it gave us a bullish cross. Okay, now let's understand the sell positions. So first, we're only going to be looking to sell when the 50 EMA is below the 150 EMA. Second, the price action must pull back into the 150 EMA. Third, the stochastic must get oversold, and the orange line must cross above the blue line. The cross can happen either in the overbought area or really close to it. Fourth, during the pullback, the price action must not break above the recent swing high. Once these conditions are met, we're going to be waiting for the candlestick to cross and close below the 50 EMA. Okay, we just had a cross and now we can place a sell order. The stop loss is set slightly above the recent swing high, and the take profit target will stay the same. Okay, let's take a look at one more short example. Here we see the price just pulled back into the 150 EMA. The stochastic got overbought and we had a bearish cross. We also seen that the price action hasn't broken above the recent swing high. This is a very important rule, make sure you follow it, otherwise this strategy won't work. This strategy is very effective because it eliminates a lot of potential losing trades when the market is ranging. I tested it 100 times on a 1 minute time frame and it gave me a win rate of 82%. If you want to see the rest of the metrics for the strategy, such as the profit and loss, the maximal drawdown and the profit factor, make sure you check out the original video. Alright, now let's move on to one of my best strategies for trading crypto. This system works pretty much on all crypto coins. It's recommended to set the time frame to 15 minutes and above. Okay, now let's build our crypto strategy step by step. So for the first indicator, let's add the trend meter. Let's access its settings. And in the star section, you want to get rid of the signals one. Also, let's change these two bottom lines to circles. For the next indicator, we will add the volatility oscillator. It's going to be this indicator by Verifid. And finally, let's install two EMAs to the chart. The first EMA will be set to 50. And the second EMA will be set to 200. Alright, the setup is ready. Now let's understand how we should place buy and sell orders. So let's first understand the rules for entering a short trade. So we're only going to be looking to sell when the 50 EMA is below the 200 EMA. The second condition will be to have the trend meter indicator aligned in a way so that we have 6 red circles. And for our final confirmation, the volatility oscillator must break below the lower band. The stop loss will be set at the recent highest price. For this strategy, you're not going to set a specific take profit target. You're going to close a winning long trade as soon as you have a green circle appeared on the top line of this trend meter indicator. Okay, we just got a green circle and the trade is running in profit. Notice the risk-reward ratio is 3.88 to 1. This is really good because if your risk is, for example, 2% per trade, on this particular trade you could have made around 7% of profit. Okay, let's see one more sell example. So we see the 50 EMA is below the 200 EMA. The trend meter just issued a new sell signal and the volatility white line just broke below the lower band. On the very next candlestick, we had a signal to exit the trade, but since the position is not running in profit, we're just gonna skip the signal and wait for a new one. Now let's understand the long positions. So first, the 50 EMA must be above the 200 EMA. Second, the trend meter must print 6 green circles. And the volatility oscillator must break above the upper band. The stop loss will be placed at the recent swing low. And again, we're going to manually close a winning long trade as soon as we have a red circle appeared on this top line of this trend meter indicator. As we can see, this strategy is also really easy to follow. Pretty much any person who has a basic knowledge in trading can use it. It has a win ratio of 77%, which is definitely really high. Okay traders, these were my top strategies for trading crypto, stocks and Forex. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave the like button as it really helps with the channel. By the way, if you want to learn how to increase the win rate for these strategies even more, check out this video right here.